It's hard enough to keep money these days without accidentally giving it away. I should know because I just did that recently. Hi, friends. I'm Kristin Graham, and this is Fewer Things Better. Brain science meets word nerd. Each week, I bring practical, quick insights from neuroscience and behavior psychology. There are headlines and hacks and habits, all without the homework. There's the price of the products and services we buy. And then there's the price we pay when we stop paying attention. The bottom line on top of this episode is that sometimes what's costing us money isn't what we buy. It's what we stop noticing that we're spending. I've been on a bit of a project lately around the house, going through closets, donating things, selling a few items that aren't being used anymore. And the one thing I've noticed is how much we accumulate when we're not paying attention. Not because we're buying things recklessly, not because we're careless, just because life keeps moving. That sweater gets pushed to the back of the shelf, a box gets tucked over here in the corner, and a piece of furniture just becomes part of the scenery. Eventually, we stop noticing what's around us. And the same thing can happen with our money. Subscriptions, auto-renewals, memberships, a service we signed up for months ago, charges that quietly continue in the background while we're busy paying attention to everything else. Recently, I was reviewing a bank statement and I realized I had paid the same bill twice. Not because a company made some mistake, because I did. Apparently, in my effort to power through my to-do list, I manually made 2 payments in 2 days. Thankfully, I noticed it within the window and they were able to reverse the payment. Sometimes our strengths can be a little too strong. And in this case, in my quest to be productive, sometimes I got a little too productive. And the people most likely to pay something twice are often the same people trying very hard not to forget it once. The issue here isn't irresponsibility. Sometimes it's simply that our attention is spread across a lot of different places. So one thing I did right after I noticed this was create a ridiculously small step for my future self. And I added a recurring reminder on my calendar to quickly review my monthly bank statements. Hey, paying attention is creating systems so we don't always have to remember everything ourselves. And here's a tool that I've used when I catch a monetary mistake. I've looked to see if there was an eraser. So I reached out to the company that I paid twice and asked if they could reverse it. And they did. Other times, you can call the bank directly to see if a fee can be waived or a charge can be reversed. I was talking with somebody recently who admitted that they didn't want to make that kind of call because they felt embarrassed. And I totally get that. Calling a stranger and asking for help can feel a little uncomfortable. But you're not the only person who's asking. And yes, discomfort is real and it's temporary. That said, if making the call feels too much, see if there's a chat function where you can let those AI bots do a little of the work for you. Customer service representatives often have more flexibility than we realize, especially if you're asking respectfully. And another thing that I do is I track the wins. So if I get a fee refunded or cancel a subscription or recover money that might have otherwise slipped away, I write it on my whiteboard. It's kind of like a sticker for my brain. Like, good job. So here's a small challenge for you this week. Spend just a few minutes looking for something you might have stopped looking for. Maybe it's in a closet, maybe it's in your inbox, maybe it's in your bank account. Attention has a way of creating value. And sometimes the easiest money you'll make is the money that was already yours. And that's fewer things better in action. Not doing more, just noticing more. We're all going to miss things from time to time. That's the human side of us. And catching it is just part of building a system that works with you and works for you.